Hey, what's going on? We back with another episode of And I'm Standing on It podcast. We want to go ahead and welcome our three regulars now to the show. And we actually got a little fan favorite from last week that I got couple of calls on talking about thank you for having her on the show. They love your perspective that came on there. Shout out to 80 West.
Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? What it do?
All right, I'm gonna have y'all going on, just introduce yourself.
Y'all know what it is, man. 80 West. What's up with 80 West on all platforms, man? Y'all look for another episode of that What's Up with 80 West podcast next Thursday, this Thursday, and every Thursday going forward.
What's up? Got Real Holler. What up, boy?
What's going on, y'all? I'm a little tired. I spent all day in the DMV
In Cali.
changing that ID.
Oh, yeah, the DMV in Cali is ridiculous, bro. I tell you. Yeah. Ridiculous.
I think everywhere is ridiculous.
Hey, what's going on, Miss Dana? How you doing?
Hey. Just living life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no platforms or anything like that. Just Dana. Just be. That's it.
Tell her not yet. Not yet. We working on it. Hey, y'all. So we had posted a little thumbnail earlier today, man. And salute to 80 West, man, because it was a good topic he chose. And I think it's something important that we need to discuss, especially within relationships. And I want to get y'all feedback, man. Should men protect and stay with women who operate aggressively or masculine? And I want to know, with that, have you guys ever dealt with that personally as well? And then I also want to get Dana's perspective. Has she ever been put in a situation that have to carry herself like that too? You know what I mean? Or
even maybe carry herself like that, huh?
You never know, man. You never know, man. Matter of fact, I will start with you, Dana.
Start with Dana, man. Start with Dana.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, should they stay with women who are aggressive? And that depends on the man. Some men like women that are aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to be a little aggressive to get your point across. Now, if it doesn't work for you, then you got to move on. You know what I'm saying? You don't want somebody, checking you every 5 minutes, unless, again, if that's what you into. And when you guys say aggressive, like, what do you mean by aggressive? Like, what is that? What do you mean?
So let's just say you get into it, y'all have a disagreement, being aggressive, challenging him as a man, getting his face, putting your finger in his face.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Talking
disrespectful with the mouth.
Yeah.
Taking it to a place where he can go somewhere else real quick.
Yeah, no, I'm not in the ministry of fighting men. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I do. So therefore, it will never get to that point with me. You know what I'm saying? I would choose to walk away. But, you got some women out here, they want to go, toe to toe, square up. But yeah, that's just not my ministry. I feel like, you can say what you want. You can get your point across, and as long as you don't put your hands on me, I'm not going to put my hands on you. And, we can be as disrespectful as we would like with our mouth.
Okay. Man, let me go on up to the top of the screen. 80, what's your opinion on this, man? What you say?
Man, I think it's a recipe for disaster. And no, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things to where what I've noticed is a lot of the women who tend to carry that traits, they literally got it from their mom. They seen how their mom disrespected the man in the house or belittled him or whatnot. And so it's kind of like a badge of honor in some instances. Because you'd be surprised like how many women are taught that from their moms, like taught that. Like, so I think a lot of what we inherit comes from that, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Are you saying unprovoked, like challenging, like just unprovoked, or there's a situation and tension and you guys go at it and it just elevates? But
no, what I'm saying is like, okay, depending on how people was raised, always got a lot to do with how they deliver their adultness or their maturity, right? Like, what were you exposed to as a child? If your parents were alcoholics, you might be an alcoholic more than likely. If your parents smoked cigarettes, more than likely you smoke cigarettes, that type of deal. So if you grew up in a household where the woman, where it was common for the woman to talk to the man in a derogatory manner or to buck up on the man and do that, as a young lady, that might be the same way that's probably where we're seeing it from in our era, because whoever did it previously exposed them to that as well too. I think in this era specifically, though, the women are a lot more masculine. I think the women, the way they talk, the way they approach, the way they respond, the way they react, like it's a lot less feminine going on in this era. And you can tell just even the stuff you see online, you see more girl fights now than you just see back in the day. We didn't used to see as many girl fights as back in the day. Now the girls be the first ones, starting the whole rumble. You know what I mean? I just think as a whole, women are more aggressive. But as far as the question goes, no, absolutely not, man. I think that's a recipe for disaster. The reason the topic got brought up was in reference to a couple that was together. The woman went to the club against her man's wishes or whatnot. As far as, I think it was one of them type of deals where she didn't have no business going to the club, but she went to the club anyways. She ended up getting into a physical altercation with a dude while she was at the club. And then she called her man to come up there to handle some bullshit that she started. And dude told her right then and there, like, you didn't have no business going to the club in the first place. He said, the fact that you went and started a physical altercation with a dude, and I wasn't there to protect you, is another red flag. You know what I mean? And so dude basically broke up with her. He was like, man, you don't listen. You don't want I can't tell you nothing. You do what the fuck you want to, and then you think I'm gonna come clean up your bullshit. And he broke up with her.
Well, he probably shouldn't have been with her from the beginning. Like, you got to know discernment. You know what I'm saying? It's not the first time that she did something. Now, as far as going without wishes, I don't know about that part, because that depends on the relationship and how you guys operate. She was where she wanted to be. So let's just say she went to the club. Mm-hmm. But as far as getting with somebody and being in a relationship when you already see those aggressive traits, what would make a person want to be with someone like that?
I mean, you don't always see the aggressive traits like right from the jumps. A lot of times you meet somebody's representative, that's the person you see for the first 6 months or however long, you know what I mean, until some real shit kick in. A lot of times you don't know who you dating until something real happened. You know what I mean? And I didn't discover that over the time. Like, everything be peaches and cream until something real happened. You might be 2 years into the relationship until a real hard shit happens. Somebody lose their job, or somebody lose their family member, or somebody, you know what I mean? Something happened to somebody that never happened the whole course of your relationship, and then you really find out who that person really is. So that's just on that part of it.
But that's different. That's situational. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's how they're reacting in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Character is going to present itself. You're going to see and pick up on things over time. It's not just going to be one day, because how I react when something major happens in my life is not necessarily the way I react when, me and my dude get into a little argument, or something, I had a bad day at work. You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of situational. You can't base a person's entire character off of a situation.
Let me ask you, real. What's your opinion on that?
That's what we be doing is basing their character off a situation. If she went out and got into a physical altercation with a dude, that's what that says a lot about her character.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that, real?
What I tend to find is that, especially in New York, and I think as far as, it's sad to say, when it comes to women being overly aggressive or overly masculine, it usually comes from the urban area. And don't get me wrong, some women have had hard lives and they feel they have to be, strong, a little extra strong in certain cases, right? But I think, as far as me, I can't be with a woman that is like too overly aggressive, too masculine. I feel like now because that type of woman will put you in situations that, like I remember I dated a girl. I attempted to date a girl, and in the conversation, we was conversing with each other. She said, "Do you know how to fight?" And I said, "Do I know how to fight?" I said, well, what the hell are we getting into where I gotta be out here fighting? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not out here getting in the fights on my own. Why would I be getting it? Like, why when I'm now with you, I'm getting in the fights? But it's a hood mentality, right?
Yeah.
It's a hood mentality, and I feel like she was she had that aggressive energy. She had that masculine energy. And to be honest with you, the only women that I see that come from is women that are from the urban areas that have a hood mentality. You know what I mean? I don't really see that from softer women. I don't really see that from real feminine women. You know what I mean? I usually see that from urban women and that have a hood mentality.
And it be pretty ones too, though. It ain't like it's just the Rasputians of the world. It be some bad ones. You know what I mean? It don't just be the Rasputians and the big bad. It be the ones you least expected. You know what I mean? It be some bad ones, and but they mouth be terrible, bro. I done heard it, man. I heard a girl, the dude and his girl was arguing one day, and the very first thing that came out of her mouth, they got to arguing about something. Now, mind you, they've been booed up, doing everything the whole night. But the moment they got to that argument, the first thing she said to that nigga was, "Yo, broke ass, you can't even pay your phone bill, you can't even pay your metro bill out in front of everybody." and it was just that always stuck with me because it was hella funny because it was fucked up too, but it was funny because it was like she went straight for the juggler with that. Everybody know a metro bill ain't that, but wasn't nothing but $30. you know what I mean? But for that to be the first place you go with it when you get mad, you know what I mean? It's like women don't care, bro. I didn't see.
But here's the thing: the first thing y'all want to say is women want men for money and they want men for this. People say a lot of shit out their mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I hear that so much. Like, women, y'all want Birkins, y'all want this, y'all want that, and women in real life be with the brokest niggas they can find, like literally.
No,
so it's unrealistic. Like what you hear people saying on the internet is not a reality at all.
No, that's a fabricated image that they, throwing out there. But I'm just talking about like in real life. Like when a woman get mad, boy, she don't it ain't like they say it ain't no terror like a woman score. What they say?
Yeah, like
boy,
woman scoring.
Man, boy, I'm telling you, because I done heard women go for the juggler, bro, when they mad. And a lot of the times, especially if you with a dude who ain't like that, does not go. He's not aggressive or he ain't gonna put his hands on you or nothing like that. It's like women take it even more overboard because they know they with a dude who practice, he not one of the type of dudes that's gonna put his hands on a female. So they go above and beyond, you know what I mean? Certain measures and try to put
it. I think we know that we more than likely can't beat you, but we have a weapon, and that's typically the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
But
let me ask you this. Why are women so comfortable speaking the way they do to a man, get in his face, you act like you can beat him up, you do all this and that. As men, no matter if we know you or not, we know there's certain lines that we can't cross as men unless it's gonna go there.
Right.
I can't walk up to another man, call him no, hey, bitch ass nigga. I can't say all that. But a woman would say that to a man.
Right.
She hoping your mama taught you right. Gonna swing on you.
Look, she's hoping your mama taught you right, not to hit a woman. So that's all. Just hoping, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you have some out there that just, you learn your lesson, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you shouldn't do it. But a lot of women, they test the waters, you know what I'm saying? They hope your mama raised you right.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? It's like, if you look at Asian, Indian, Caucasian, if you look at certain communities, like the women don't expect their man that went to Harvard and has a fucking 5.0 GPA, whatever. Like, they ain't expecting this dude to be a fighter. They not expecting the dude to be aggressive or, to throw his hands or, in a lot of cases, I think it's really just that I want to say the Black and Latin community more so, but like I said, the urban community, because no other communities expect that from their man, like every man that they with, unless he's like a damn cowboy or something like that, or he's like a roughneck that, the girl knows he's a roughneck. They don't expect their man to be like, they don't even get that aggressive with their men.
You remember we had a podcast on that before? We spoke on the pressure of men. And I think we was talking about the urban community where sometimes, like you say, even Hispanic men, Black Hispanic men, sometimes you feel like you can't ever take that shield off. That's why so many of them walking around trying to play tough, be tough. Like, yeah, nigga, you hard all day long.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say a white guy, he'll get that pass. He can walk around with the thong flip-flops, the old Navy sandwich shorts, and little ass polo shirt that barely weighs.
He got Birkenstocks on.
But he don't be judged like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true. Y'all can walk around with the same thing.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
I gotta say, I'll be wearing the same.
Put some thong flip-flops on tomorrow and go.
I'll be wearing the same shit.
I don't wear flip-flops. I don't.
No, Dana, listen to what you're saying. It's the community. You're not no black man is walking around like that in the hood.
Not in the
That's not happening.
Not in the hood.
Well,
I mean, walking around like that, though.
But that's what I'm saying. But Dana, what I'm saying, that's why I specifically say the urban community.
But I don't think it's necessarily the urban community. I think people that got flip mouths just got flip mouths. There's women that like to fight. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a fighter. She liked to fight. She didn't.
But what I'm saying is,
but I am not the same person. Like, I'm not fighting.
Yeah, but if I'm in the suburbs somewhere, right? If I'm in the suburbs, that energy is not expected of me. And probably the women that I'm with in the suburbs that are from the suburbs, never lived a hard life or never had to deal with certain things, they're not expecting that energy from me. Like, they're not looking for that energy.
Protection doesn't always mean fighting, though. Protection doesn't mean you have to fight.
No, I'm not talking about protection. I'm talking about the masculine, overly aggressive, masculine energy. Most women coming from certain communities don't portray that energy. They don't give that energy. That doesn't come out because
you saying it's more of a hood. It's more of a hood.
Yeah, it's more of a hood mentality. It's more of a. That's why I said urban human. I said just specifically what I said. Urban hood mentality is where that is.
Think so. I see all kind of trailer trash and everybody else doing weirdo shit like fighting they men.
No, so listen, trailer trash. Here's what I'm saying is that trailer trash to me is still a hood mentality. It don't gotta be black. I'm not when I say black.
So we shouldn't even say that.
When I say urban hood mentality, urban hood mentality don't mean black, don't mean Latin.
Urban,
it means hood. I don't care what your hood look like. Your hood is. I don't care if it's the projects or trailer parks. It's still hood to me. You understand? So I feel like there's a certain energy that comes from a hood. Let's forget hood. Let's say an ignorant mentality. It's an ignorant mentality that where people are expected to have this overly aggressive energy. You know what I'm saying?
So riddle me this.
That shit is also unattractive too. I'm gonna just keep it real. As a man, that shit is so fucking unattractive when I see a woman that's getting overly aggressive and you know what I mean. Like, I'm not saying because I don't want my woman to be no punk or nothing like that. I'm not saying there's a difference of understanding, but when I see a woman talking crazy to a man, it's like the respect part has gone completely out, and vice versa. I'm not saying that it gives the green light on one side or the other. I gotta be able to say that because people take stuff and go the wrong way. But what I'm saying is, as a woman, if you with this man, because he is your security, he's your protector. You know what I'm saying? He's because it like You can't talk crazy to the motherfucker that you gonna go to if you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna talk crazy to the motherfucker? The only motherfucker that you finna go to in this world, if something go on with you, how you gonna talk crazy to that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. You said urban community, man. Like you said, I think, like you said, it's a hood mentality. Because even sometimes when you get out of urban community, them characteristics still be there.
Right.
If I tell you, like, some places I'll be and I see someone get mad and I hear, and I mean talking about even at this age, 40, 50, whatever. And if you're a woman, you still walking around talking about I'll beat a bitch ass. Like,
I'll beat a bitch ass.
If we at the level at this age and we still, and we all, and I know everybody got a little breaking point. It might come out every once in a while, but if you known as that one always still talking about fighting, and you still got to define yourself as a person that will fight, you know what I mean? And you just instigate, you don't know how to tone that shit down. You don't know how to walk away still.
You're going to know that before you get into a relationship with that person. That's going to come out. That's going to come out because they're going to be interjecting. They're going to have something to say. They're always going to be ready. It's going to come out. So why would you even why would a person, like, okay, so for instance, y'all friend that was on here last week,
I'm gonna come get it for you.
It was a red flag. Like, his whole energy, the way he spoke, the way he referenced women, like, as a woman, he going to attract the same type of woman. So if she's giving him that energy, that's the energy he getting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can we see the other comment that she said before this?
Oh, Miss Doss, get on over here, Miss Doss.
I want to see the other comment with Malcolm X.
And
the Malcolm X one.
Malcolm X what?
Oh, just black women at least protected.
Is Malcolm X?
I don't think black women at least protected. Cut that shit out. What's Miss Doss? Cut that bullshit. All right. Now listen here. We protected who we supposed to protect. If you ain't, and that goes for each individual, right? What are you responsible for protecting? I'm responsible for protecting my daughters, my wife, my mom, and my sisters. Anything outside of that, you on your motherfucking own. If you ain't my cousin or something, I mean, on that aspect of it, because I got a lot of girl cousins that be wronged in the motherfucker, but since they my cousins, I gotta rock with them. You feel what I'm saying? Wrong, right, or indifferent. As black women, now I know that if something come up, if something gets said, and they say your cousin said, I know I'm 99% now sure she said or did whatever the fuck they said she did, because that's just who she is. That's how they rock. And I know this already going into it. So that's by default, because we family. I'm not gonna let nobody fuck with my family. And these is all black women. You know, I am part Dominican and shit. But, that's, you know, but for the most part, it's all black. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, I agree with you said with the whole. I'm not protecting everybody. I know Dana, and I know how she carry herself. Now she got into it with some out somewhere or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't even have to think about that twice. But I got some friends that run their goddamn mouth, man. I'm not getting involved in it.
You know that she wouldn't put herself in that position.
If you out there on some ignorant shit, and I gotta include myself in your ignorant shit, now you put me in a situation where I got shit to lose. You don't give a fuck about me either. I'm not going to jail behind you. I'm not going to be out here fighting and acting a fool behind you because you was out there running your mouth, starting this shit up. You know what I mean?
You know what? But you know what's crazy about that? And we gonna make this clear, because I ain't doing it for no dude neither. So it ain't like it ain't like this is a man or woman thing.
Yeah.
If you doing some ignorant, you doing something, you wilding out, you bugging out, and it's your fault. Yeah. I don't care what gender you are. So it ain't that black women ain't protected.
Yeah. They assume that because of the situations that we have and the stuff that we go through.
I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm fucked up, man. But I don't care.
It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the circumstance, because I have definitely a dude that I was cool with, a dude that I knew, and I got in between him abusing his kid's mother.
Mhm.
and he pulled the knife on me. And then you know what happened? They turned around and they back together. And now they back together. And then had the nerve to turn, and then she had the nerve to turn around and hit the switch on me, talking about I owe her money.
It happens. It happens. That relationship stuff, I don't care what's going on. I don't get involved in that.
Right.
You know what
So
I mean? Because
how
even
do I
with-
know I don't know the circumstances of what's going on. Now, yes, if I see some man that it's like you've seen the whole, first of all, I have to had seen the whole thing go down. You feel what I'm saying? Like if I'm in the store and I see from start to finish, let's say I see a black woman getting into it with a Caucasian man, and that man disrespects her or calls her a nigga or something like that, that's a different story. You understand? I'm not going to let that happen, but I'm also not going to just be jumping in stuff that I don't know what the hell is going on. I just turn around and I see two people arguing and fighting. I don't know what this is about. You know what I'm saying? But now if I see the woman, and it's because you know they say there's a lot of things, the abductions and all that. Yeah, okay. Now if a woman's yelling help or something like that, you know, and they look like the dude trying to put in the chokehold, throw in the van or something, that's a different story. But some of these situations be caused by people, and I'm sorry, my sisters, because there's plenty of videos out here. There's plenty of videos out here of y'all jumping over McDonald's counters, fighting with the employees and all kinds of crazy.
You don't know, because y'all are just as bad, man. Y'all do the same
It's a
thing.
lot of videos.
Dana, 80 West, it looked like it had changed now. Like, if you go to these bars, the club, the concert events,
it's more women kicking off riots. I'm talking about kicking off straight riots
nowadays.
If you
and
pull
that's
up
real shit.
if you pull up 10 videos of somebody getting their ass whooped at a Popeyes or a McDonald's, I guarantee you 8 out of 10 of them is a woman whooping somebody's ass inside them goddamn videos. Every time. I don't know what it is in the water. I don't know if it's all these seafood boils y'all been eating and shit, but you women have lost y'all goddamn mind. I'm telling you, like, it's like an aggressive grenade that hit, and all the women that got touched by it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on with this.
Well,
this is something that's air.
If they had a good man at home, they probably would be home sitting down.
But it be
they're not out here looking like you neither. They out here with bonnets on,
and you go out there fighting
in their pajamas.
You know, I swear to God, you're gonna have 2 fights on your hand. You already fought in the street. When we get home, we gonna have another fight. Don't go out there fighting. I swear to God, man. I don't want no tough ass girl.
Pajamas and bonnets.
I don't want no tough girl.
You think he bullshitting? Man, go to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, and it ain't nowhere getting around it. You're gonna see one of us, and it's always us.
Kevin said 8 out of 10, man.
8 out of 10. I'm serious as hell, man. Niggas know I ain't bullshitting.
I mean, dudes went through they sagging, era. You know what I'm saying? So that's not attractive either. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. I agree. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but they went through a sagging era, but they wasn't out here tearing up franchises.
Y'all get in there and act a fool too.
No. I act the fool is with each other. I act the fool is another dude fighting another dude and stuff like that. But these
I see a lot of men and women going back and forth.
But okay. So I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you
women are masculine, and what a man starting.
I'm gonna tell y'all some real. This is from my experience. That I'm not categorizing. I'm telling you from my own experience of driving Uber and Lyft in New York City. I'm just telling y'all. I promise you, majority of the issues I had was with my own sisters. I promise you. Majority of my issues I had was with my own sisters. I promise you. And it's sad. It's sad because even when I talk, I'm talking. I don't sound foreign. I sound like a native New Yorker. You feel what I'm saying? Once you hear me talk and you hear that I'm a brother, I'm out here working. I'm out here. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my job. The most issues I've had doing that job in 10 years has been with my own sisters. And here's the thing about me. And I promise you, my rating,
But like what
my
though?
rating,
Like what?
my rating is high on both apps. I don't have a bad rating. I have a good rating on both apps. Here's what's crazy. When people get in the car, I say my hello. I say if you speak to me, whatever you ask me, I answer. I don't give nobody a hard time. I keep the conversation short. So now there's nothing really that could happen.
It don't leave no room for no bullshit.
I don't leave no room. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the shit that I have dealt with. And you know what's so crazy?
Like what? Nigga,
a lot of times, the shit I dealt with is because they didn't speak up. If you wanted me to go a certain direction, if you wanted me to not, you wanted it cool in the car, you wanted it hot in the car, I don't know, whatever it is. But it was one case I had been working all through the night up until the next day. And because I was trying to make a certain amount, because I was going away. And I was getting tired. And instead of the girl talking to me, she reported me. Instead of the girl talking to me, instead of the girl saying, yo,
nigga, you was finna kill her, nigga. Shit.
But here's the thing, 80.
I'm about to put one of them bitches back. I know you fucking lying.
80. Here's my thing. Here's the problem with people. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know why I'm going so hard. You don't know what, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if I'm damn near getting evicted. You don't know what it is why I'm working so hard.
Motive. I'm not worried about the why. The why is not my concern.
No, but that
if I felt like it was,
but Dana, this is the but Dana, as a black woman and a black man driving, talk to that man, because you know what happens when you report a drive. If you speak, that keeps me up.
Service, sir. Like,
but Dana,
on my I'm not
okay. So Dana, hear me out, Dana. Is it hard to say, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay"? Is it hard to say, Dana? Is it hard to say, "Excuse me, sir, are you okay"?
You could say that, right?
Okay. So is that hard though?
Okay. However, what if you fall asleep and we crash?
But listen, but Dana, what I'm saying is, if you see my eyes are getting heavy, right? Because obviously she was paying attention to me.
You like that?
Yeah, she had to be, because I didn't swerve. I didn't swerve. She saw my, because she's looking at me. She saw my eyes was getting heavy. All you have to say, "Hello, sir, are you okay?" That's all. Once you say that,
let's take a pause.
Then I speak to you.
See what y'all say. Can y'all say y'all agree?
Bro, here's what I'm saying. Here's the point I'm making. Here's the point I'm making. Instead of reporting somebody, being quick to report somebody, how about you talk to that? We all people. We all out here busting ass. None of us is rich. How about you talk to that person? And because I've done it. I've seen drivers. I take them too. Yo, boss, you all right? Why? Because you know what happens? Because people don't.
You can't expect everybody to respond in the way you do.
I know, but this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that I've had, and this is why I said it. I've had Caucasian people. If I did a move or something and not falling asleep, they talk to me. Caucasian people talk to me. Caucasian people will say, "You okay?" Caucasian people say, "Is everything all right?"
I don't think that's the right thing. I just don't. I think
I'm
if
just
someone's
telling y'all,
and if it's a
majority of my issues have been with my own people.
but that seems like a valid issue. I mean,
He
like,
got black fatigue. That's what it is.
huh? He got what?
He got black fatigue. That's what that is.
I mean, possibly
My own people.
But
I've had people. I've had my.
We got a better one than that.
I've had other ethnicities treat me more like a human being than my own people.
Well,
So
I don't know. I just don't think it's my job to check on to make sure
It's not your job, Dana. It's not your job, Dana. It's not. But Dana, that's the mentality, and that's the mentality. And that's the mentality of most of our people. Yeah, but that's the mentality of most of our people. We're human beings.
Here's the thing.
Human beings.
You decided to work a double and are tired.
I didn't work a double. I was towards the end of my. I was towards the end.
You worked all night.
I worked through the night. Meaning, so I worked overnight, and so basically, I worked through the night. It wasn't a double because. Okay, so just so you know.
You said it was because you had to make up the money. Now don't.
But this what I'm saying is, I'm not flip flopping. I'm telling you how it goes. On the Uber app, you have up to 10 hours. They kick you off after 10 hours. So if you still able to accept rides, that means you haven't worked the 10 hours because Uber and Lyft automatically kick you off after 10 hours, right? Okay. Of driving. So what it was, it's not that I was done the 10 hours.
In between break. You got 10 and 10, you got to be on 10, off 10, or you got to be off.
You got it. So they kick you off 10 and then you got to sleep for 8, like you're off the app for 8 hours.
Okay.
So they keep you off the app for 8 hours. So what I'm saying is, I was just getting tired because I've been driving all night. But I'm just I was like, and even to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this last one. I got this last ride. I'm gonna take this last ride, and then I'm done. And she just happened to be the last ride.
Yeah.
I don't know the distance you going.
And I see him nodding off, and I'm like, baby, you okay? That's why I'm gonna talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you do. We make sure each other okay. But the man that picked me up, that's supposed to be owned, and that's his job. I'm not gonna check on you like that.
Dana, but that's the problem. And that's the problem. Yes, it is. That's the problem. That's the problem. Because why wouldn't you? Just because he's doing a service, don't mean he ain't human too. You don't know why. You don't know why he's going that hard. You don't know why that.
I don't need to know.
Yeah, you don't need to know, but you still the same way. If it's somebody you know, you ask that same person.
Just like your mother and girl fighting in Popeyes, Wendy's, or McDonald's. If they do it wrong, I'm gonna call the manager because that's what I do.
But a lot of times ain't nobody. It's not even that.
Manager, I'm calling the police.
Okay, but listen, it's not even that somebody's doing something wrong.
Let me ask this question.
It's not even that somebody's doing something wrong. This is the mentality of our people.
Hey, do y'all feel like, because the topic we're talking about specifically is about should a man stay with a woman or protect a woman who's aggressive? Do y'all think because of the way that it's trending as far as more women being more aggressive, do you guys think that that's complicating more relationships, or do you think it's preventing more relationships from taking place?
No, I think the masculinity of like I said, the masculinity of women in the hood mentality is probably why majority of them are single.
Okay, I agree with part of that, Real. And I do think for your question, 80, I think that's something it play a huge part within, I'll say, in Black community. I think that's why some got the Black males probably going to different races. You know what I mean? It's not that, and then I always hear always hear the bullshit when people say like, oh, a Black guy would just go there because a white girl let you do whatever you want. And stuff like that. That shit ain't true. That's not true.
No, that's
you know
not
what
true.
I mean? That's just a little deflection because you probably mad because a dude don't went that way.
Yeah.
If you carry yourself as just something feminine, man, and something soft, let him be the hard one. It's gonna work out. But we both can't be hard in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
Like,
my
We
that's
both can't wear the pants.
yeah,
like
that's my
Dana.
big-
Dana act different because y'all. I know y'all haven't met her in public, but like in person, she doesn't carry herself like that. Like she's smiling all the time and just enjoying whatever's going on at that time. So it's different. But like the women we speaking on, like I say, talking about fighting, I'll whoop a bitch ass or quick to get all in the man face. Like, bro, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
It can't be two Mufasas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it just that shit ain't gonna happen. You see, I mean, even it just don't work. And as a man, like you got to be structured differently. You know what I'm saying? Because if your woman can't be a reflection of you, if that's how she getting down, because all bad things that will derive from whatever nature that comes from your relationship, the man is going to be to blame 100% out of 100 times, period, point blank. Because women don't get blamed for shit that happens in the relationship. So as a man, that's damn near part of your obligation to make sure that your situation is structured to where you're not in that type of environment. You know what I mean? To be belittled, you got kids, so your kids gonna grow up here and you get called a bunch of bitch ass niggas and shit. Kids growing up, nigga get called out his name and shit, being belittled like that. I couldn't fathom no shit like that, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, and see that's what'll take a dude who ain't raised to put his hands on women, or it don't believe in putting his hands on women. That'll get you testing the waters, man. If you get put in a bad situation like that, you know what I mean. And I see more women. I see a lot of women too. Not only do they hit below the belt with the words, because y'all think words don't have power.
No,
Until you use your words on them, then it's just mentally abused in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of women in my family, and I'm be honest. The more masculine ones in my family been in the shortest relationships.
Yeah,
I'm just being real.
So how many of you guys on here? How many of you guys had? And I'm gonna say domestic. Been in a situation with a woman.
How many times?
It got aggressive.
Oh no, not me.
Plenty of times. Shit.
Oh damn. See, you like the ratchet ass.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this. So let me.
That's what it is.
Let me. Because I want to be clear, right? I feel like it should never be that way, but there are levels. Like I don't have motherfuckers try to scratch me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't get through all of that shit.
Just because you mad and can't control yourself.
Exactly.
It don't even always got to be like no big ass argument where it's heated like that. It's just a motherfucker, you don't know how to carry yourself. When you get mad, this is what you revert to. Now, if you're talking about hitting a woman, no, we're not gonna do that, because I feel like I actually be scared. I feel like I'm gonna knock your head off your shoulder if I hit you. So I don't respect when I be seeing men socking them like she a grown man.
Yeah.
Now, if you talking about giving your ass a shakedown on them, you better calm your motherfucking ass down, nigga. Hey, that's what I'm talking about when I say level. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not blowing you. I'm not throwing an elbow to your throat or nothing. You getting out of pocket, I'll have to put the shake on you. I will. I don't care about that. I'll put the shake on you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny?
Like that nigga was
frying. Been in a domestic. Well, I have never been in a domestic. Well, I take that back. Someone has grabbed me by my neck. Unwarranted. It was my husband. Unwarranted though. But I have never been in a physical altercation with a man in that way. Never.
Yeah, I've never been in a physical altercation with any female. They might have yelled at me, but I ain't been in no like.
I didn't cuss the couple out now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's it. But I ain't been in no. But with me, I just anytime it like chicks start going there, I just leave.
Yeah, man, it sounds easier than what it is, man.
Hey, come on, man, let's give the real, man.
He said I'm arguing back. He be like, "Bitch, fuck you, bitch."
No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm talking about what I done been on the tail end. I mean, I done been drew down on. I done got attacked with box cutters. I done got windshields busted on. Motherfuckers done did.
What were you doing?
It don't matter. If I didn't initiate, it don't matter what I was doing.
But why?
If I didn't initiate
somebody chasing you with box cutters, trying to bust your windows out.
Hey,
nigga, you did something. You did something.
Like, what I will say is this:
y'all be like,
I didn't.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, right before you tell your story, see, I was gonna get into this topic next. The double standards.
Yeah.
So if a nigga came and socked a woman,
exactly.
we don't ever ask a woman, girl, what you do?
Exactly. Man,
we immediately, he shouldn't have did that. Oh, he did that. We don't never ask what you do to get, because ain't no man just waking up out of bed putting their hands on no woman. Tell me, yeah, he done beat my ass all in the house. What did you do?
Okay, no, I do. You know why I asked what you do? Because I know, because if I know the female, I'll be like, what you did?
Yeah, but see, but okay. So here's the deal. If I didn't initiate any physical contact with you, you ain't got no business initiating no physical contact with me. Now, if I was doing something wrong that didn't warrant any physical altercation, then they should have let it be what it was. I'm not saying that I was in the right, but all I'm saying was I didn't initiate no physical contact.
Playing with people's emotions, you can't do that.
Listen,
see, that's the double
standard. 80. They made a whole. I think that show is still going on. There's a whole TV show behind Snapped.
Snapped, yeah, exactly.
All right, that don't make it right, though. And there'll be a bunch of men on there neither. So you know.
Oh, Snapped! I used to watch that. Man, the women killing them and all kind of stuff. So let me ask you this, Dana. We'll put it in the reverse way.
Right.
The men, okay. They always say a man should keep his hands to himself, never hit a woman. I used to ask this question to women all the time. What if that man was your son and this lady was socking your son all up? See, when it comes closer to home, I notice the answers change.
Always.
No, okay. Listen now. Now, if I was there, I definitely will break it up because you can't just be hitting on my child like that. You know what I'm saying? Very like, what's wrong with you? You know? But my son and his girlfriend, they get into spiffs, and I tell her, like, hey, don't put up with that shit. I don't care if he's my son or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't put up with that. You know what I'm saying? And if he touch you, knock his ass out. Like, what are you talking about? Pick up something.
That's not the question that he asked you. What he asked you,
if it's my son, if my son is sitting on, if a woman is hitting on my son,
like she was making a peach cobbler and shit.
Listen, if a woman is hitting on my son, right? Yeah. Do I feel like she's in the right? Is that what you're asking?
No, we asking what should your son do in a situation?
Nothing. He shouldn't put his hands on a woman. Period.
So
that's the way I raised him.
So what should he do?
She just said nothing.
So so he should be. So you telling me that your son should be a victim of domestic violence?
Why would he put himself in that situation?
Why does anybody put themselves in that situation?
I'm not. Listen.
But the question.
Everybody handles shit differently.
The question was
one time to show me. You got one time to raise your voice at me. You got one time to make me feel uncomfortable, unsafe. Now, raising your voice is one thing. I'm not dealing with that shit. I don't like aggressive men.
But listen to what's being said, though. Listen to what's being said. You speaking directly about what you wouldn't do. Your son might have a different heart. He got a child with that girl. He might have a sweet spot for her because they got this kid together. Meanwhile, she over there punching. Hold on. Let me just say that part, D. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to you, she over there punching the shit out your son every time they get mad, firing on him and shit because she know his mama raised him to be right and don't put his hands on no girl. So you find out a year later that your son be getting the shit punched out of him by this girl on a regular basis because he's trying to keep a good relationship because he got a sweet spot for this girl. What are you going to tell your son? Just to leave?
Let me tell you something. If my son over there getting his ass beat by a woman, then that's what he deserves. because what dumb ass is gonna sit there
Cold
get
piece,
the ass
nigga. You a cold
again? Like that's
No, I get what she's saying. She's saying is no. She's saying why would he if that's what's going on? Why would he stay? That's what she's saying.
You cold
like,
as you.
I wouldn't have to tell him like that would be I like he know my son would look at me and be like, first of all, he would hope that I never find out because I wouldn't let that go. Like
You sacrificing your son for women's solidarity right now. That's what you doing.
That's not women's solidarity.
You say
listen.
because at the end of the day, you still making
No,
it
I
about
get what you.
I'm saying,
I get what you're saying.
At any point, do your son not have the right to protect himself?
If the woman, if his girlfriend disrespected me, then that's a me and her. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
I'm
What I said was what I'm saying is
I'm not suggesting my son put his hands on no woman, period. I don't give a fuck what she does. It's not worth it. Just like I wouldn't want him to get out here in a fight with a man. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to your fucking self, period. And if that's aggressive,
because at the end of the day, I get what you're saying, D. Like if she's constantly putting her hands on him, and he don't leave, that's on him. Like I get what you're saying.
I mean,
because at the same time, the minute he does put his hands on her, and them cops come in there, who's going to jail?
Right.
Well, I had a situation like that before.
I'm not suggesting
I had a situation like that, and the cops took her motherfucking ass to jail.
Yeah, that was
in Vegas. They will for
and
sure.
they put her ass in jail, and she got some straight.
I'm not suggesting that he put his hands on the girl. All I'm saying,
he never did it again.
But this is all I'm asking, because by what Rail just said, women go through abusive relationships where they begin their ass knocked around for 10, 12 years, and no one ever says to them what Rail just said in reference to the man. Right? Because that's the double standard shit to it.
Double standards.
That's the double standard shit to it. No one ever said, oh, she getting what she deserved over there, getting her ass kicked on the red. Nobody ever says that ever.
Hey, listen, if you stick around for the abuse, I'm an equal opportunist. Why in the hell? That's the one thing I have with my girlfriends. I'll never tell you to leave your man. I don't care. Y'all can argue. He can cheat. He can do what he wants to. But if he's putting his hands on you, that's where I draw the line. Don't stick around for that. And if you choose to stick around for that, that's on you.
My mama told me to never put my hands on no female, but she also told me never let anybody on this earth put their hands on you. So under that, by that standard, at some point, we got to stop the bullshit, because even my girl cousins, and from their understanding, they know if I'm a buck and get bad on a nigga and put my hands on a nigga, you got to be. I tell my daughter the same thing. Don't put your hands on no dude at all, because it's gonna be two situations. Your relationship gonna be done, and you ain't gonna see your daddy no more. You understand what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on nobody on this earth that you don't anticipate or want them putting their hands on you. And I think that's just where the line goes for both sides, because it's never cool for no dude to put his hand. I got boys, you know what I'm saying? I got 8 boys. I tell all my boys the same shit. Don't put your hands on no motherfucking girl. Period, point blank, under no situation. However, you must protect yourself at all times. At all times. And I don't give a fuck who it is. Protect yourself at all times. Somebody's little ratchet ass daughter ain't gonna think that she gonna just get away with putting her hands on my son when she know my son ain't even on the level of a type of person that's gonna put his hands on her. See, and that's bad home training from wherever she's at. I'm not encouraging that. I'm not initiating that. I'm talking solely on the fact of women prey on the fact that they with a dude who they know not finna knock their shit off their shoulders. They do. They go the extra mile with that shit.
That's not true.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? If she got a deadly weapon, and I could punch you in your jaw, I'm gonna punch you in your jaw if you got a deadly weapon.
I mean, we're talking about protecting yourself at this point, because we're not gonna say, like,
I ain't gonna lie.
How many dudes ain't died to the hands of a woman? I done seen niggas stabbed up by women. I done seen women come out and shoot out the back windshield of the car. I done seen it. I done got drawn down on. Literally. One of my baby mamas popped up at on me with a box cutter. You understand me? Coming for your boy. Hey, and I was foul. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not making it seem like I wouldn't be a foul or wasn't doing nothing that wasn't foul. But
it'd be like that. Hey, Dana, it's not only just like in relationships, but you see it a lot too now. at sporting events, at football games.
Yeah.
You'll see women trying to fight men, hitting them and shit, getting in their face. Like, come on, man. But then if he hits you,
who is it? Which women? No. Let's go back to these sporting events. Which women do it be?
I seen white women do it at the
Exactly.
sporting events. Drunk Susan. Yeah.
Exactly.
I seen the aggressive. I see the Mexican ladies in bars trying to hit dudes. They get mad. I've seen that. I mean, I do. I see it all the time. All the time. I see black women studs who she thinks you're a boy squaring up with grown men. And then when you get reminded that you're a woman, then you want to instantly use the woman card and play victim when the police come.
So a lot of that is induced by alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like to hang around, drunk people.
Yeah.
They don't know how to act.
Bottom line, everybody should keep their hands to their motherfucking self. If you know you're in a situation with anybody that's more aggressive than what your cup of tea can handle, then you need to remove yourself from that situation. As a man, I would advise any man that's in a relationship with an aggressive woman to move on. That way you don't even put yourself in that situation. Because like I said, I don't condone men putting their hands on women at all whatsoever. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. You can have the sweetest person, the sweetest dude in the world who never would ever been on that. But you catch him on the wrong day and don't tell him who he might be.
But what about a man talking aggressively to a woman, though?
It shouldn't happen at all. But that's not what we was talking about. We was talking about aggressive women.
Well, I'm talking about it. Listen, I'm talking about it now. We're going to talk about y'all, too.
Everybody should be playing by the rules. Everybody should be playing by the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's a buildup. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a person is talking to you mad disrespectful, and just, you tolerate it and you're like, then it comes to a point, like you said, you snap. And then they see another side of you. And then when guys tend to bring that out and see that side, they so shocked and amazed. But the disrespect always starts somewhere. And I'm saying it goes both ways. If the woman started off that way or if the man started off that way, and typically it comes from somewhere.
Yeah, so that happened to me.
Y'all think with society right now, do y'all think that they're starting to try to condition men to take the disrespect from women?
I think
it was more so back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Man tolerated women and were
I think this generation is grooming the women to be more masculine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think they just grooming black women.
You think
so? But masculine. Look, if you're doing everything, you're taking the trash out, you're taking care of the kids, you're at work, you're a boss at work or whatever, a manager or whatever your title is at work, and you're running things. You understand what I'm saying? When do you get to turn that off? At what point? So now I'm masculine. I have to be masculine because I'm taking care of my household. How can you not be?
No, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I also think too that if women want to meet certain men, when you meet these men, you have to be able to turn that off, right? Because
what do y'all have? What y'all?
No, I mean okay, if I go on a date with you and I feel like you're being masculine on the date, that might be a turnoff, right? What I'm saying is, I understand because you also have to understand how that man is raised. I was raised, and my father raised me. None of the women in my house take out the garbage. As long as the man is there, none of the women take out the garbage. Even now, my father, his girlfriend, and my sister, they live with him. Before I left New York, the snowstorm we had before I left, me and my father's out there shoveling snow and cleaning off the cars and everything, right? Like there's certain things that I was raised. My father raised me. If I put my hands on my little sisters back when we was little, you might as well dig your grave because my pops was going to kill me. You understand? Yeah. My father just raised me a certain way that there's certain things that men, that's what he didn't even talk to me about it. This is how it went. You get what I'm saying? Like, even like it was a time his ex-wife, it was a
Yeah.
time it was 7 of us in the house. It was 2 boys, 3 girls. Now, so my baby sister, she was too little. The other 2 girls, we all took turns doing the dishes, right? But when it came to the trash, it was only me and my stepbrother that we had to take turns taking out the trash. So I think what happens is that you have to, like, as you let's say, I get it, Dana, right? You do everything because it's this is your household and it's your child, right? Or whatever, and you're doing everything. And I get that. But I feel like once you meet certain men and then converse with them and understand how that man was raised or how he is, I think now if you start to show that feminine side of you and then y'all come into a household together, you're gonna know that you don't have to be that anymore.
But some of
It's making a woman feel safe. If a woman doesn't feel safe around a man, then you more than likely won't get that side.
But that's what I understand that. But let's not move the goalposts. I'm just saying this: if you learn in a man and you're into that man, and that man move and y'all move in together, you know you're gonna know from dating that man that you could turn that off. You're gonna know from that man that I could. You know what? I like this man. I like his morals. I like his values. I like how he is. I could turn that off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so,
with somebody you feel
that's
safe.
what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That some women have to learn. Okay, you know what? Let me turn this masculine shit off right now because he's not giving me. He's making me feel feminine. And some women don't know how to turn it off.
My question to you, Real, is this. My question to you is this, Real. Why should a man have to make a woman feel feminine? Either she's feminine or she's not. Like
y'all want to make you feel like a man. Y'all always want y'all ego stroked. What are you talking about?
Okay, maybe the way that it came out wasn't understood. So this is what I'm saying. Some women are naturally soft, and some women ain't. You know what I mean? And it comes from everything that either they've been exposed to growing up, or it also comes a lot from their personality of who they really are as a person, right? So you get some women that are just naturally soft. Everything they do gentle. Everything they do, you know what I mean? It's a whole, and then you get some that are just everything they do. You got to question whether or not is that a dude or a girl.
And I get what you're saying, but you also learn that from getting to know the woman, right? But what I understand what Dana is saying, because Dana is saying in circumstances where the woman has to do everything, where she's doing everything, because let's say she's a single mom, let's say she's not getting no help, let's say she's not getting no help from the man, she's a single mom. She's out here raising the kids. She's going to work. She's taking out the trash. She got to do and I understand where subconsciously she don't even realize that she, you know what I'm saying?
But there's women that can do all of that though and still not be that aggressive person that we're talking about. Like because what we're talking about is a strong person, right? There's a difference between being strong.
Don't mean being disrespectful.
Yeah, there's a difference between being strong and then a person that's aggressive. So we're talking about two different things, because you can be strong all day. The woman you just described, Real, we talking about that's a strong woman. She's still a woman before anything else. You understand what I'm saying? We got to respect that part about it. But now we're talking about how her delivery is, how she interacts with people. You know what I'm saying? That's what determines the aggressive part or the masculine part, right? Just because she takes on those responsibilities doesn't change who she is inherently. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so she can be everything you just named, and she's just a strong woman. But strong doesn't mean masculine. Does that make sense?
No, I get what you're saying, right.
Strong doesn't mean masculine. When we talk about the masculine,
it gets called the same thing. You know, we're talking about a subsection of women from the urban communities and things like that, where it's a little bit just ghetto. Let's just call it what it is. That's a different type of beast And most of us at this age, we ain't even around that nonsense, right?
Yeah.
But even women who are women, corporate women, whatever, there are women that are still called aggressive because they're direct. You know what I'm saying? They no nonsense. They're gonna tell you how it is, and then they may have just an attitude. Period. You know what I'm saying? So they get called aggressive all the time. Now it's not the extreme of the,
Okay, I'll give you an example. Example. You know who Jasmine Crockett is?
Yes.
I think she is super aggressive in a well put way, but I don't think she's masculine.
No, I don't either.
She's very direct. She's very forward. Now I don't know her intimately.
That's the thing. Seeing her in a different situation
could
be a lot different. She's
absolutely right. I was just using that for an example because
but she's in the job.
Listen,
I'm fond of her. I'm very fond of her, and I think that's the part where you were talking about where it's the women that be the supervisors or the women that have the degree or the higher ups or the women, like you said, it might be a boss at her job and the whole nine. That don't necessarily mean that she comes home and she's masculine, though.
Listen.
But we get accused of that. Women in general are getting accused of being masculine all the time. We are getting them from you guys all the time. It doesn't matter if we're not the extreme that you guys talk about from the urban area. We get it too. Like, honestly, we get that we are because we are handling our business. You know what I'm saying? And she
so you think
the boss, she just is handling her business. And
do you think that successful women get called masculine?
I think that most women
some people misconstrue it.
Yeah, I think a lot of women who are single, who are about their business and ain't taking BS from men, get called aggressive.
Well, see, that statement right there ain't taking BS from men. So that's how when you say that,
like, come on now, let's be real.
No.
Rhetoric and stuff like that, the disrespect and things like that. Even at this big age that we're at, they come and they're disrespectful.
I understand where you're coming from, but when we hear women lead with that, oh, we ain't going for no BS. Who's supposed to be going? Like, who wants to go for?
I can't speak for what y'all doing. I'm talking about what we doing. So don't.
No. What I'm saying is, so our perception.
If you ain't taking it, don't take it.
Our perception automatically be that's being thrown into the atmosphere as a sign of masculinity, as a sign of aggression.
That's your perception, but that's not. No, I'm just saying. Listen, when I say we're not taking BS, right? And unless you're giving BS, why should that offend you?
No, it's not about being offended, but it just lets us know, like we've seen that on dating profiles and shit or whatever, on certain certain shit or whatever.
And then don't come with the BS.
No, but this is my thing. Any mature person ain't coming trying to bring no BS, but the fact that that's what y'all lead with.
We're still having dating.
That's this right here.
On here, man, and
taking no bullshit from no man. I don't give a fuck. Nobody talking about.
We ain't got it.
That's what it is, though.
I just want to say, for me, when I think of masculine, aggressive women, is the type of women when I talk to them and they talk like I talk, like if I talk to a chick and she's like, yo, fam, dead ass. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when you start talking to me like that,
yeah,
I'm putting you in the masculine, aggressive category. Now, if you come to me talking like, if you come to me talking like a woman, like, like how Dana talked, right? How you talking to me, right? That's a different, I don't care what your lifestyle is. That's still feminine to me. But the minute you sound like me, like you sound like you know what I mean? Like you using slangs and
different spectrums, though.
But Dana, what I'm saying is for me. What I'm saying for me, that's I don't consider the entrepreneur woman, the boss woman, the CEO, that is just stern on her. She's about her business.
Because that alone,
I don't consider her masculine aggressive. You understand? To me, that's just a no nonsense woman. To me, the aggressive masculine women to me are the ones that sound like me.
Yeah, but they say it all. When women want to be bosses and stuff, now like you hear it a lot.
That's just a no nonsense woman.
Let me answer Shishi question, because I think that's what we was just touching on. She said, "Do we consider? Put that back up again, Benz. Do we consider strong women for masculine?" And no, we don't. We just talked about that because you can be strong without being masculine or being disrespectful. You know what I mean? I think most men, if you really ask most men, a man wants a strong. We don't want dummies. Whatever might be thought, you know what I'm saying, or maybe an unpopular opinion when it comes to us, we do not want dummies. Any real dude, any real man is going to put his woman up on game so that his woman is sharp. We don't want dummies. We don't want people that we can fuck over or run through or no. That's not what we want. And a lot of times that's the label that gets put on us when we decide to maneuver in a different direction. What it is I want to be able to give you the game, and I want us to be able to, because we're supposed to be making each other better. If we're not making each other better, then what the fuck are we doing? Right? So you gonna learn from me, I'm gonna learn from you. And ultimately what's gonna take place is we're gonna build ourselves up to the level of what we need to be at. Now, what happens is in a lot of these cases where the women are quote unquote the strong women that don't know they're aggressive, because they're in certain positions, they carry themselves accordingly. And what I mean by that is you'll get women that are in a successful situation, and the way they direct their energy to everybody is the same way. They the shit, they did this, they got this, they that, the same shit we was talking about the other day with, certain women gonna require this, and they gonna say this and that because they feel that's where they are at. You know what I mean? And for some guys, they may not take that as aggressive, or it might not be too far gone from it. We talking about directly, if you strong and you successful, that don't make you masculine. What that means is that you're a successful woman. How you present yourself, though, how you carry yourself, and how you respond and react to things, which will determine what side of the spectrum the woman is on.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. So if a woman approached y'all, like how y'all approach women.
Now here you go, y'all. What you mean how we approach women?
Hey, listen. However you take it. If you come off polite, or if you come off and you got a little game, however your approach is. I'm talking about specifically your approach. If a woman approached you with your approach, would she be considered aggressive?
No.
No, I'd be like, she's smart.
Yeah. Hey, for real.
Don't ever do that again. I'm just kidding.
No, it wouldn't. Smart, and I don't like that when dudes. I don't like that.
Let me hear it. Let me hear how your approach.
I mean, it just depends on the situation.
Okay, 80, start off. Let me hear your approach.
It would be, hey, beautiful, how you doing today? Something simple. It don't got to be no super aggressive. Because once I say what I got to.
The woman said, "Hey, handsome, how you doing today?" You be
shit. That'll get. Hey, what's happening, girl? What you talking about? Shit, you feel me? Hey.
I think that's aggressive.
No, I don't think that's aggressive, because women have came directly just the same way that you said that before. We sit somewhere at the bar going, "Hey, handsome, how you doing?" Women, I mean, y'all go for what y'all want when y'all know what's good for y'all. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, Freddie, your turn.
For real.
Freddie, your turn. How you move?
I don't approach women.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. I don't approach them.
That's so too cool for school ass nigga.
No, I don't approach them. I don't like
with it.
He like
they
around me. That's what they do.
If they around me and we just that close and we just have a regular conversation, but talking about being that guy that just walking up to women and trying to get at them and approach them like that, I don't do that. Like, I went out there to New York to visit Rail, and he had me around a bunch of old Dominican girls because they was at our table. and they're right across from us. So then we talk. But they were sitting there for a while before I even opened my mouth. I'm not talking. I didn't know them. I don't.
You still got to mingle. Don't act like you don't mingle. I didn't know you.
I don't, man.
You mingle.
No, Shorty, no. A girl, she started talking to him.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's
then
when she opened her mouth and I know it's good, then I take it from there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and dominate the conversation. But I don't.
Okay. All right.
Real, your turn.
See, I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I'm on both sides of the spectrum. Like I've been in the promotion thing, so like, yeah, even if I'm out and I'm like, oh, what you drinking? I ask, oh, what you drinking? You know what I mean? At the bar, like if I'm, I promoted parties for years. So I'd be like, oh, what you drink? Or if I had a bottle, I'd be like, excuse me, you want to drink? You and your friends want to drink?
And you trying to get drunk.
No, I'm just saying is what you came here to do. You came here to drink and dance. You ain't come here to, you know what I'm saying? But if a female says to me, but women haven't said that. Women have said other things. Like women have been like, oh my gosh, your eyes, or oh my gosh, you got dimples, or oh my gosh, your smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't find it impressive.
No,
you know what I mean? I just found it like, oh, they saw something, that I didn't take it as aggressive. I took it as they usually when women have approached me, they made a comment about something on my features. You know what I mean?
Also depend on where you at, the environment. That has a lot to do with it too. The approach gonna have a lot to do with that as well too.
Wait, what'd you say, Dana?
I said I wanted to hear how your pickup line. You just offer.
I don't really have. Honestly, I don't have pickup line because, like Ben said, like if I'm out somewhere, I'm not out in the street like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, it's like that don't get like when I was a kid, when I was back in the day, of course, especially in New York. But after you get a certain age, I'm like most of the times I'm approaching somebody. If I did approach him, it would be in that environment, like a club or an event or something like that.
You know how he be getting them, Dana? I seen him. He was at another spot and they started playing reggaeton and all kind of stuff. I've been knowing him for a long time, and I never knew that nigga danced like the stars. This nigga dude, he knew all them dances. The salsa shit, merengue, what's it called? Kumbaya, whatever that shit called. He knew, and he was good, and he was better than all the Hispanic men in the building. So he had, I swear to God, to you no lie, he had women in a line that went to dance with him next. You know what? I'm sitting at the bar, turned around, looking like, look at this nigga. That boy was good.
You'd be surprised with him to make it work. I'm telling you. Hey, no, for real. Hey, because I've been to a couple of them country bars, and boy, I'm telling you, like little country club, like boy, I'm out here in Texas now, so you gotta, you gotta throw them boots on, man, throw that cowboy hat, get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? But man, they'll pull you from every direction. Oh, come dance. I know you got. I don't know. Not one goddamn two-step square dance, none of them line dance, none of that shit. But it's really like that though. If you know how to dance, you're gonna get a whole different demographic of women.
You know what it is, Dana? It's a time and a place for everything. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. If a woman approaches me, honestly, I feel like women. Y'all choose regardless, right? Whether whether a dude approaches you or you approach a dude, y'all still choose it, right? Because a dude could approach you and you can still turn him away, right? So a lot of times, if you're an attractive woman, if y'all approach the dude, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be more successful than most dudes that approach women. Because if you approach a dude and you're attractive, more than likely he's not going to turn you down. Yeah. But a lot of women turn. So do I prefer Yeah, sometimes I don't mind you being, if you want to call that aggressive, I don't mind you being aggressive in that aspect.
We don't want
But
to
that
do
also means if she hollering at you, that she for sure wants you. I mean, you know
No,
what I mean?
D, it just makes life easier,
Yeah,
right?
that
See,
changes the whole
No,
momentum.
because D, think about it. Listen, and I'm sure all of us can attest to this. We've seen it. I've seen so many times. It's like, say, 5 women, and a dude starts speaking to one because he thought that was the one that was interested in him, and he starts speaking to that one, and then come to find out that one is not really interested. The
Yeah.
one that's really interested, he figures it. He now learns that no, this one out of this group is feeling me. Now you go talk to that one, and the first thing she says to you, no, because you tried to talk to my friend. We choose wrong. We get it wrong a lot. And I know dudes have seen this. I've seen dudes talk to the wrong woman in the group. Now, had the right woman in the group spoke first,
Yeah.
had she said something to that man,
I wasn't
Hey, what he
attracted
say?
to her.
Hey, what he say? You said what's up to the bride, and her homegirl try to speak back. Hey, like stop trying to steal that bitch. Hey, give her hey back. I wasn't saying hey to you. You know what I'm saying? That happened all the time.
all the time. Because sometimes too, because what happens too, D, sometimes the one that didn't speak she may be shy, and she's not speaking because she's shy.
Why you weren't attracted to her in the first place? That's why.
But it's because no, it's not that they could all equally be attractive. It's not that you wasn't attractive. It's that this one spoke. The one that may be a little more outgoing spoke to you.
She showed interest.
Right? And because she spoke, you started talk. But if the shy one had spoke, if she would have been the first one to speak, we would have been like this. Oh, we only going off of
You're
who
supposed to
spoke.
be the hunter. Like, what happened to the hunting?
But what I'm saying, Dana, what I'm saying is, in a group of 5 women, if it's a group of 5 women, and let's say I got a table, and it's me and Ben, and I got a table. It's just 2 of us, and I invite these 5 women to the table, and then one starts speaking to me, right? I already invited them to the table. Whoever speaks, that's the person that spoke, right? So now that's the point I'm making. It may have been one that in that group that's shy, and she like, oh, she ain't say nothing. And the one that's outgoing speaks. And now she's speaking, and then you realize I'm not feeling her because of how she talks. And then you try to go talk to the other one, and she like, no, you was talking to my friend.
Right.
All right.
Well,
yeah. Hey, man, we might have to do a part 2 on this one because we didn't really get to dive in deep about this. Because I do want to talk about all this aggression, this attitude, trying to fight niggas. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Because we gotta get to the root of it, man. Why it's like that, how we stop it. But I only had an hour today because I gotta get to my homegirl, her birthday thing, man, for our bike club. So I'm already late. But yeah, thank y'all for coming on, man. I appreciate you, real D. Let's do it
already.
again. I'll be free all week. Just let me know what y'all schedule like and we can get back to it.
Yo, we gotta try and get a set schedule.
I'm free. Well, shit. Let's do Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. All right,
Let's
Wednesday.
do that. All right, boy.
You already.
Sure.